on from the co-main event to now the main event of the evening, which we will see a middleweight matchup between Marvin Vettori going up against Kevin Holland. We have Marvin Vettori, who is 16-4-1, and is the whopping minus 340 favorite. And then we got Kevin Holland, who is actually coming in on 2 weeks' notice after losing to
Derek
Brunson,
Brunson.
Derek Brunson, uh, like not badly, but like what happened with him. But he's coming in at 21-6 and is the plus 270 underdog. What do you think?
Yeah, man. Every week, it's like another week, another Kevin Holland fight. 2020, we talked about it, that was his year. Comes out, gets the toughest matchup he's had in his career against Derek Brunson, and he was absolutely dominated. Um, I think they were 10-8 rounds for the majority. But we'll go to this fight. First of all, I was really excited for Vettori and Till. I think that would have been a fantastic fight, but hopefully we see that further down the line. But this fight actually has huge implications in the middleweight division. If Vettori wins, he's more than likely next in line, in my opinion, for a shot at Izzy. Where if you go back a few years, Vettori gave Izzy his toughest fight, and a lot of people think that Marvin won that fight. I don't know where you stand on that one, but a lot of people think that Marvin won that fight against Adesanya. And then since then, he's gone on and won 4 straight fights and has been an absolute killer. Now, on the other side, you have Mr. 2020, Kevin Holland, who's coming off the big loss against Derek Brunson, like I said. That fight was entertaining for all the wrong reasons, with Holland talking to Khabib, trying to be coached, and really not even listening to his corner. I'm hoping that Kevin Holland comes in and has learned from that fight and is taking this fight way more serious. And throughout all the promos and through his posts and the hype videos, it does seem like we're getting Kevin Holland and not Big Mouth. So that's a little more promising. Now, Holland is stepping in on 9 days' notice. I think that's tied for the record of shortest days between fights. I think him and Paul Felder own that record right now. And he is a much more different fighter than Darren Till, who Marvin was preparing for. So it will be interesting to see how Marvin has adjusted to this type of opponent change. And I expect Marvin to come out aggressive, push the pace, try to keep the fight standing, and looking for a quick exit. With Holland, I see him picking right back up from the Brunson fight, start chirping a little bit to get under Marvin's skin while mixing in punches and kicks and trying to stuff some takedowns. But if Marvin's smart, he should just go right for the takedowns because Brunson exposed Holland's takedown defense in the last fight. So all in all, with this fight, I'm going to go with Vettori by 3rd round KO.
Nice. Yeah, like when I was doing research on this, somebody gave me the good information that they interviewed Kevin Holland when he took the fight, and he said, I've accepted the fact that I'm not good at takedown defense, and I'm just going to accept that and then still go with my game plan. Like, there's not much I can do with it other than polish it up, which to me is going into it saying that I'm not going to fix my glaring weakness.
Yeah.
I'm just going to try and highlight the best of my pluses. I'm going to try and highlight all these to where it kind of diminishes my weakness. And I think what Marvin Vettori is going to do, like you said, it's kind of hard to game plan for a guy for 2 months and Darren Till who's going to stand up and trade with you and then clinch just standing up, to a guy like Kevin Holland who sucks at the takedown defense and is really good at what he does. Like, he's good at standing a distance away, using his legs, striking. He's really good at countering.
Yeah.
And I feel like Marvin Vettori was going to go and like boxing heavy against Darren Till, and now I feel like he's going to use his boxing, but I feel like he's going to also use his grappling in this fight. And I think that's going to be a big thing with him, is him going to shoot for takedowns, getting him, and then getting him in the clinch.
Yeah.
One thing that Vettori needs to watch out for is his anger. He's been known for at times to get very emotional in fights, and then that would affect his fights. He gets too emotional, and then he gets too angry, and then he goes too much rage mode, which isn't good in most fights because then you leave yourself open for to get hurt and to get countered. And Holland is the guy that can expose that. And at any moment, as you could see, even in the Brunson fight, he had a chance to almost knock out Brunson. Like he did his front. It was like a front leg kick, like Street Fighter style, like Dawson.
Yeah.
And where he kicked his leg up and it just missed Brunson's face. If he would have connected there, he would have knocked out Derek Brunson and he would have pulled off an upset there. He has that mentality that he can do that because he does some outlandish, crazy shit that you don't see before. Like I put him and Sean O'Malley in like the same category because they do like the new style shit where like I've honestly never seen it before because they're so unpredictable.
Yeah, like a freestyle fight.
Yes, but I still feel like Marvin Vettori. I feel like he's gonna win. It's just a matter of how he's gonna do it. I feel like he's gonna do a mixture of his boxing and then the takedowns at the grappling. I feel like he needs to stay patient and at a distance. He needs to pick and choose when he does what thing. I think he's gonna start out with like boxing, like get a feel for Holland, and then he's gonna go for the takedowns. But he has to make sure that he doesn't get hit going doing the wrong thing. Because if Holland expects him to go for the takedown, kind of like the Derek Lewis and Curtis Blades,
yeah,
he could get caught. But I have Kevin Holland losing this. So I have Marvin Vettori, and I'm going to go with the fourth round. You know what? I'm going to go with fourth round knockout on the ground.
Okay.
I feel like he's going to get him with the takedown, and then his boxing is just so much more superior. Like he's so pinpoint. I feel like starting in the round 2 or 3, I feel like he's going to start targeting the body and hitting him with the body shots, and that's going to slow down Holland, and then he's going to wind up taking him down because of it, and then finish him off in the fourth round. So I got fourth round knockout by Marvin Vettori, and then he's going to step in and be one of the next in line for the title, as long as we don't see Gastelum win.
Yeah, if he beats Whitaker, he's next in line.
Yeah, but then Whitaker could be next in line too because he's right up there. Like I feel like if Whitaker wins or Gastelum wins and they get the next in line, I feel like Marvin Vettori could have another shot at Darren Till again. I feel like there's a chance that they could fight each other still.
Yeah, I think that this fight, there's this matchup at least, there's less chances for Marvin to be number one. Although I said he should be number one right after this, had he been fighting Darren Till and get the win. I don't. This is a tough one, man. This was one that I really was super excited for between Vettori and Till. I thought that was going to be amazing. It was going to be proving of who's better. And then you go back and you talk about the anger issues with Marvin Vettori. He's angry going into this fight, and he's not even mad at Kevin Holland. He's mad at Darren Till, and then he's mad at Izzy and doesn't like his fashion. So, like, he's super preoccupied right now. So I'm really curious to see what Marvin shows up because that is a huge difference. You have calm Marvin who goes in there against Jack Hermanson and just dominates. And then you have angry Marvin who goes in there against Izzy and gets that split decision. Do you remember that fight, that matchup between those two?
I do, and like he's other than Gastelum, where he actually knocked down Izzy.
Yeah,
Vettori presented the best matchup, and a lot of people thought that Vettori won the matchup.
Yeah, I agree.
And like if I was you, I would rewatch that fight and then just take notes on what he did to Adesanya because like he did a good job, and then that's why he made a split decision because it was so close.
Yeah,
on the scorecards.
I kind of thought, and I like listen, Izzy's my favorite fighter right now. I thought Marvin won that. Yeah. I really did, and by like a hair. And I guess that's why, I'm wrong and I'm not a judge. But man, that was it's weird. I saw a graphic today. I'm kind of all over the place, but the two heaviest fighters in this middleweight division, post weigh-in, are Paulo Costa, of course, right? Who comes in usually around like 214 after the weigh-ins. That's what his fight weight is. Marvin Vettori is number 2 at 211. So, like, look at Kevin Holland. Imagine Kevin Holland at 211. There's no way. Not on that frame. Marvin's a thick guy, and then you add on almost 30 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be impossible for Kevin Holland to get off him. If Marvin's on top of him, it's a wrap. So how are you? Brunson comes in probably like 195, maybe 200 tops, and then you have Marvin who's going to come in. He might even come in bigger. It's wild.
Yeah, and what the crazy thing is, the biggest talk going into this fight was between two guys that aren't even fighting.
I know.
It was Darren Till who got hurt, and then his beef with Mike Perry, and then they've been going at it, and then I'm like, damn, isn't it funny that the two guys that are getting the most talk on this card are guys that weren't even fighting?
Yeah,
they're just bickering with each other, and then
Darren Till gets hurt. Such a weird card. Like who would you have had if Darren Till was the original opponent? Would you still have Vettori?
Yeah, I would still have Vettori because
I think so too.
But I think it would have been a better matchup because they would have both been standing and then trading. It would have been a perfect Dana White style fight, like a brawl. But with the boxing, like Vettori, when he hits you, like he's very precise and accurate because he has that boxing mentality. He's going to go for the face and the body. And knowing how fighters are, when you get hit in the body so many times, it minimizes your movement because you're so bruised there.
Yeah.
And it's just like getting hit with the leg kicks in the same spot for like 20 times. At some point, it's going to bruise your leg up, and you're not going to be able to use it. So it's the matter of limitations. And I feel like Vettori does that very well, and then he's going to come in, and I think we're going to see a good Kevin Holland. I thank him for coming in on short notice.
Absolutely.
But he's going to have to go back to the drawing board because I think Vettori's going to take this. But there is room for Kevin Holland to win if he can catch Vettori making a mistake, because he's a guy that can capitalize on mistakes.
And he's also a guy who can get a fighter angry. You know, you had talked about getting angry, right? If you have somebody constantly chirping at you and talking trash and like trying to get in your head, and you already have anger issues, you're going to lose it. And you're just going to want to shut him up. So, yeah, he could definitely catch Vettori slipping.
Yeah, just watch McGregor Poirier 1. That's what happened.
Yeah,
McGregor got into Poirier's head in the weigh-ins, and then he got Poirier off of his game, and then he capitalized off of it. And then Poirier has learned since then what he did wrong, and then that's why he picked up the victory in the second matchup.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that third matchup for sure. But I also think you said Whitaker, if he wins, he should get the next fight. I don't think Dana White's interested in a third fight between Izzy and Whitaker when Izzy's dominated the first two.
They fought once.
Didn't they fight twice?
No, they fought once. They fought the first time was in Australia, and Whitaker lost. But then he didn't get the rematch that he was supposed to get.
All right. Well, I still don't think that Dana White's interested in Whitaker and Izzy. I think he wants somebody who's going to put on a better press conference than Whitaker, and I think that's Vettori.
Oh yeah, I think he could. I could also see a thing where he gives Adesanya more time off, and he's like, okay, let's book Whitaker versus Vettori.
I'd like to see that.
Adesanya, and I'd be all for that. I'd be like, okay.
I'd love to see that fight.
Yeah, let's do that. But that is the end of our UFC on ABC2 preview.